listeners. This is Jabila, and you're listening to MedReach Healthconvo Stories That Heal. Each show of this episode contains stories bound by a common theme, like a person's personal journey through a particular type of medical trauma. Health Convo is a sincere attempt to share the real inspirational stories of individuals who have overcome serious health issues after facing a lot of mental and physical challenges. And also, if you have any health-related clarifications, then join with us on MedReach Healthtalk Forum, where you will get most relevant guidance to all kinds of health-related queries. And we believe that sharing these success stories will create a community of hope and encouragement. So let's sit back and listen to the end to know about the journey of healing. There's a lot of confusion about COVID-19, whether it's how to prevent it or it's question about how serious it is. In the current crisis, people's concerns are heightened as they continue to grapple with how to mitigate COVID-19. So as a ray of hope, today we have a guest who has recently recovered from COVID-19. He is here to share with us his experience throughout his patient journey. Without further delay, let's get into the conversation and get to know how it really feels like to be a COVID patient and recover from the same. We welcome you. It's an immense pleasure to have you on the program today. We are really happy to have you here and thank you so much for joining us. You have fought coronavirus and recovered. Could you please share your experience with us?
Yes. So, recovering from COVID-19, it was a very good experience, learning, I would say. So, initially, we had so much of panic all around us, but the journey was not so easy when you look from the inner world. So, initially, how I got in touch with COVID was like my brother was working in a bank and he was requested to come to office twice a week. Somewhere in his office he got infected, and through him it was passed on to me. So that's how I believe that I would have got in touch with a COVID infected person. So, but at that point of time, we were not aware whether we are getting infected, even though we had precautions like after reaching home, my brother directly goes to the bathroom and um, refresh, and then only he comes to the living room, even though somehow we have been infected with COVID-19. So that was the first point of contact, which we believe. And then what happened is he got fever initially, and after a couple of days, we thought like, and also it was rainy season, so we thought like, okay, it could be a normal flu. We waited for a day and a couple of days. Still the fever didn't go down. So next, what happened is I also got fever. Only at that point of time we realized that this could be a corona fever. So as soon as I got fever, what we did is we asked for testing. So we looked for some private labs, and they came to our house and they took the COVID-19 testing. So they collected the samples from our house, and also all of us in the family got tested on the same day. So after that, I think the next day the results were out, and to our surprise, all five of us were infected with COVID-19. And also my dad and my wife also got fever. So all four of us had the symptoms, and my mom didn't have any symptoms. So we believe that she was asymptomatic. So this is how we came to know that we confirmed that we had COVID-19 positive. So the first day was like we had a fever and some body pain. Body pain in the sense like we will not be able to get up from the bed. So uh, all our whole arms, legs, legs especially below the knees, everything on and the joints would have a lot of pain. So so that I believe that should be the first symptom. And along with it, we had a fever uh, around 100 plus. So that is the second symptom. And after a couple of days, uh, I had a sore throat. So due to which I had to take hot water at least once in 15 minutes. Only then the throat will become better. So uh, so this sore throat or a little pain in the throat is the third symptom I had. And after that, we were very quick to react to this. Even before that, we were already doing the um, Siddha medicines like Kabasura Kudinir and all other things which is available in Tamil Nadu. So we are doing that twice in a week, even before getting infected, just as a precaution. So what we did is we increased it to um, once in 2 days. So like alternate days, we started drinking this Kabasura Kudinir as soon as we knew that we may get COVID-19 positive. So we increased that. How it happened is like we tested on day one and the result came on day two. Day three, I think it was Sunday. So only on day four, the corporation came to our house and they took us to the COVID center. So almost 4 days we were dealing with this COVID-19 knowingly. After knowing that we have been tested positive. So so all these 4 days we are doing some home remedies like Kabasura Kudini and salt water goggling and steam inhalation and some early morning walk in our rooftop. So by around between 7 to 9 a.m. So which gives the opportunity to get the early morning sunlight. So these are the home remedies which we're doing, and also we also maintain some healthy diets, avoiding avoiding extra sugars and oils. So these are things which we were taking care of, and also fortunately we had some Indian gooseberries, which is also called as amla in our house. So all these things help us to boost our immunity. Okay. So these are the home remedies which we are doing before we got into the government care center. So on the day four, um, the corporation came in, they did the inspection, and they advised for the government Corona Care Center. Okay, and we requested that my mom and my wife stay at home because my wife was pregnant at the time, 5 months pregnant. So we requested them to keep them home quarantine since we had two separate rooms and bathrooms. And due to that, they agreed for a home quarantine for them alone. But me, my dad, and my brother were taken to the Corona Care Center. And I think at that point of time, the emotions were too high. Um, we have seen the bad thing in this one is I don't know if it is a bad thing or good thing, but what is populated in our mind at this moment is we have seen too many stories like people leaving the home are not reaching again. So that was the emotion that was filled up when we are just stepping out of our house. So and also the second thing was um, the previous generations. So which mean my parents, they also had another concern. What will the society look? How the society will look at us? So these are the things which were running in their minds, and apparently these emotions were pushed on us as well. So so that's how it looked when we just stepped out of our house, and we were also not sure how the government care centers is going to be, because whatever we knew, whatever we see from the social media, we see that government care centers are pathetic in all ways. Okay, so with all these things, we just stepped into the government care centers. But to our surprise, uh, from the step one, they did the initial diagnosis until we reached the exact corona care center. All the arrangements were perfect, and they were doing above par level. So they did the initial diagnosis again, X-rays and stuff, and they also did the BP and sugar checks. So these are the basic checks which they did, and then they allocated a Corona Care Center, and they just split up the people based on the age or the previous medical histories they have. So if the people seem to be little healthy, they move them to the Corona Care Centers. If they feel like people are little aged, or they have some history of diabetics or blood pressure or some other heart problems, then they directly move them to the Chief of Medical College or any hospital where they can attend them immediately. Okay, so that's how they split it. And after reaching Corona Care Center, I think the story was entirely different. So it I mean the first day was like it was very similar to the first day in a college hostel. So we don't know people, new faces, and also we are also afraid of each and everyone because all of them has COVID-19 positive. So the first day was like that, but later, due to our age and other things and social experience we have, we gelled up along with people, and we also made sure that the 10-day stay is not going to be something in idle.
The main challenge in this COVID-19 is the mental pressure. So, how the main reason for the mental pressure is when we hear the words like isolation, um, um, distance, social distancing, all these things are really disturbing us because by our culture we don't have a practice of living in this way. So these are highly disturbing factors for us, which fortunately was broken through the Corona Care Centers. So the main objective of Corona Care Center was to isolate all of us from the external world and to stop spreading. But within us, there was no barriers. Even though we followed the basic etiquettes like mask, washing our hands regularly, and all those things. Even though we followed all those things, there was no barriers. We can talk with each other, and also we had opportunity to play some games, which used us to spend our time in a healthy manner. And also we had some early morning walks within our hostel in the sunlight, which also helped us to boost our immune system. So that was the 10-day period, and after uh, the day 4 symptoms, which I said like I had some throat pains, and after that I had not seen any other symptoms related to this COVID-19. So all the 10 days which I was there in Corona Care Center, we were not having any symptoms, and I personally believe the main reason for that is keeping our mental and physical health in a balance there. So that was a major one. And also another thing which we need to keep in mind is all these 10 days or 15 days or 20 days, whatever days it is, and even after that, at least for 2-3 months after you have been infected with COVID-19, it is very important that you watch your health. You watch it closely, very closely. Even a small symptom, you have to think through it. You have to understand what could be the reason for it, because COVID-19 is new to all of us, new to the doctors as well. So we could be the first person who's um, uh, who's discovering this symptom or whatever it is. So we should be closely watching our health conditions. Even a small symptom like minor chest pain or minor pains in your kidney areas. So those kind of things is something which we need to closely watch our body. And I don't think we would have had an opportunity in the past to closely watch our body, but at least we should take some extra care to watch our body very closely. And yeah, I think that's how we should recover from this. So just to summarize things, I would say that first thing is we should not panic, whatever the reason it could be. Let it be the family emotions or the social emotions. We should not panic. So that is the first point. And second point is it is just a virus, and our immune system is more better than the virus. So we have to help our immune system to become better, so that it has the capability to kill the virus. So improving your immunity is the second key thing in this. And the third factor is improving the immunity uh, by God's grace, our and the geography where we live in the southern part of India. We have too many things available. Um, from the natural ingredients. So we have to try to take them and try to boost the immunity instead of going into just medicines. Okay. And next important thing is watch your body very closely. Even a small changes, you have to immediately report it to the doctors. And the last thing is keeping your mental and physical health. So divert your things from COVID-19. Try to keep your mental fitness, or try to keep yourself occupied by reading books or playing some games, whichever is possible, whichever is in your capacity at that point of time. So I think these are the main points which we need to note. And also another thing I want to mention here is throughout this 28 days period, corporation has never failed to call us every day and give us a consultation. And if needed, they also made sure that doctors are in just are in a reachable position to give us the right medicines and the right instructions uh, throughout this 28 days period. So I think that's everything about my experience.
COVID-19, looking at the social media and mainstream media, it is very obvious that we all get that fear, and the situation they create is a very panic situation. So it is very obvious that whoever is uh, not yet infected or whoever is already infected can stay in the fear. But after recovering from COVID-19, I would personally recommend that let us not panic in the first place. But at the same time, what I say is it doesn't mean we can roam outside like before COVID-19. Okay? So it doesn't mean we can roam freely. We have to take the precautions which is suggested by the government. We have to wear masks. We have to, when we come from outside, we have to wash our hands with soap, and if possible, we have to take a bath, and we have to keep ourselves clean. So we have to follow all these precautions, and because we have an immune system which is well built to handle all these viruses. So what we have to do is we have to support our immune system through the natural remedies available. There are plenty of natural foods, vitamin boosting foods, which is available in the market. So we have to identify them, and there are so many Ayurvedic medicines also available here. So which we need to, Siddha medicines available here, which we need to use it in the right way as prescribed by the respective doctors. So by this way, we can easily boost our immune system, and along with the immune system, the other main impact in this is the mental disturbance, uh, which we get due to the our personal pressure as well as the social pressure. So we have to keep a very healthy mental health. We have to keep our mental health very healthy. So focus on some other things like reading books, listening to music, or playing some indoor games up to your capacity. So these are the things which you have to focus. And also keep in mind that we can easily fight against this virus. So just keep your mind positive so that we can easily fight this virus.
You have beautifully made into words about your encounter with coronavirus. That was a very informative conversation. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat with you today. I'm pretty sure your story will truly give a hope who are in fear of COVID-19. So, on behalf of MedReach, I want to thank you for joining with us today. We wish you the good health and happy life. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Thank you.
Okay, listeners, hope this talk has given you an insight on the COVID infection. Join with us on the MedReach Healthtalk Forum to share your thoughts and be updated. Please stay tuned for more inspirational stories. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you. Hello, listeners. This is Jabila, and you're listening to MedReach Health Convo Stories.